bring you 2 heat races for the Minnesota Micro Sprints.
Fun little side note from that heat race as well, RJ. Owen Carlson, the 07, a former micro sprint champion here at the Princeton Speedway. Mark Chevalier, according to my notes here, 1997. Mark finished third in track points in the Wissota modified class. So, been a few years since Mark ran here consistently, but jumped back in one of these about 3 years ago, but out having fun. I know his son Carter ran them for a while as well. Not seeing Carter on our lineup sheets tonight, but he is around at times, at least from what I see. Minnesota Micro Sprint Series brought to you by Caravan Trailers, Precision Tools, among others. Sneaking out onto the track on the pole in the 19L. Driver out of Mora is going to be Landry Singleton to her outside from River Falls, Wisconsin. The C71 is Carter Jensrud. Row 2 in the 10, that's going to be Owen Hendricks out of St. Cloud, Minnesota. His outside from Milo, Iowa. The 9 is Luke Lane. Row 3 will be the 8N, Noah Berglund out of Isani. To his outside from Forest Lake, the 25 is Garrett Tatnall. Row 4 inside, driver to Clear Lake, Wisconsin. That's going to be Brendan Newville. To his outside from Otter Creek, Wisconsin. It's Kelly Turner in 23. And back here making noise in that Caravan Trailers 4S. That's your series director, Jeremy Snow, in the 4. Green in the air. Jenser, the C71, going to jump out to the early advantage. Here comes the 9, first-time visitor from Milo, Iowa, Luke Lane in the 9 car. Joe Snow finding something topside, going back to third, first lap. Kelly Turner, that 23 back here, first-time visitor as well, a little off the pace early on in this one. Battle back here for the 5th spot is the 10 of Hendricks, now off the pace. Former longtime go-kart competitor Owen Hendricks off the pace, unable to get it down off the track surface. 249 of Brendan Newville as well off the track down to the infield. For 2 of them there, the 10 of Hendricks, the rookie driver, stalled down in turn 1. 249 of Brendan Newville down into the infield. Brendan going to stop asking me to come to his races. I went all the way over to Beaver Dam, Wisconsin a couple weeks ago and watched him go upside down in turn 2. Hendricks able to get refired. Track staff trying to see if they can do the same for the 249 in Newville, the CarQuest car down there. Unfortunately, Brendan going to be done for the heat. Well, RJ, at least Brendan and I are making progress. Last time I saw him, he was upside down. Now this time, at least he's on all fours in the infield. So we can only move forward going for the feature time. It's now the 25 of Tatnall off the pace, stopped in turn 1. Garrett Tatnall, if you recognize that name, his dad Brooke might have driven a sprint car a night or two. Actually, as a matter of fact, has 2 World of Outlaw feature wins here at the Princeton Speedway with the World of Outlaw sprint cars. Brooke not running with the UMSS cars tonight, which is actually kind of rare. Typically in the past when they've made appearances here at the Princeton Speedway, Brooke's been out there, but saw a Facebook post here a couple weeks ago saying he's stepping away a little bit from some of the stuff after a nasty crash with the World of Outlaws at Ogilvie last weekend. Guessing that might be a factor there. Track crew taking a look, looks like possibly at the chain on that 25 of Tatnall. 25 at Tatnall, not going to be able to continue here, so we'll re-rack it, try it again. Down a couple already, but keep your eyes on that Caravan Trailers 4. Joe Snow. Joe, your series director, also does a lot of track prep for both these guys as well as the World of Outlaw Sprint Cars. Joe, the reason I got hauled to the other side of Wisconsin a couple weeks ago, but good news, they have steak, egg, and cheese bagels from McDonald's over there, so it was a win. All right, well, the source of the caution, the 10 of Hendricks, back out there. Meanwhile, we lost 2 under caution, the 249 of Newville, 25 of Tatnall. Kind of an odd little ratio there we're hoping to improve upon. Caution lights are out. We're set to try it again eventually. Green in the air. Snow in the 4, missing the restart there a little bit. That's going to cost him the 3rd spot to Singleton, the 19L. Back on the gas, though, goes Joe in that 4 car. Nearly contact the 9 lane, the C71 at Jensrud. Both drivers doing a good job of staying out of that as Snow in the 4, trying to work his way up in the mix. Halfway home this time, says Brian, new leader. No. Jensrud holding at the line. Lane going to get the run, though, down into 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Luke Lane getting it on the bottom side. Carter Jensrud going to fight back top shelf. Door to door, they come off of 4, but Lane gets the drive off. New leader with 3 to go. Landry Singleton up in the 4 spot at 19L and the 8 and Noah Berglund. The rest of your top 5, 2 to go this time. Owen Hendricks, Kelly Turner rounding out your field. White flag this time for the 9 lane. Battle for second as Snow taking a look on Jensrud in C71. Snow nearly off the top side in 1 and 2, barely hanging on. A couple of us have seen Joe do that before. We're kind of grateful he didn't keep going. Checkers out for Luke Lane in 9. Carter Jensrud, Joe Snow, Landry Singleton, Noah Berglund, Owen Hendricks, Kelly Turner going to round it out. So Joe Snow in the 4 going to come home 3rd, 2nd, C71 of Jensrud. And your winner coming off of turn 4 in the 9. It's Luke Lane out of Milo, Iowa. 50-50 still working their way through the grandstands. If you haven't flagged them down yet, you might want to do so soon. It's just about time to end that. The way they've been working tonight, I think somebody's going to go home with a pretty decent chunk of money in their pocket. Heat race number 2 of 2 for your Minnesota Micro Sprints, brought to you by Caravan Trailers, Special Tools Inc., Precision Technologies, P&F Manufacturing, Granite City Motor Car. On the pole out of Princeton, the 42 is going to be Jake Luark to his outside from Trempealeau, Wisconsin. In the kick-ass beef jerky 28, it's Mason Hale. In the 28, inside row 2, in the 28X is Maddie Hale out of Trempealeau, Wisconsin. To her outside from St. Michael, the 323 is Tyler Polofsky. Row 3, the 5 is Kirsten Koss out of Menominee. To her outside, Caleb Moen out of Eau Claire, the 88. And last row from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, the 37Z, Jacob Zimmerman. To his outside from Lakeland, Minnesota, Brody Urbanski in 22. Caution light is out, set to fire, 8 laps. Green in the air. Luark, the 42, going to jump out to the advantage with the 28 of Hale. Sticking right with him. Now the 88 of Moen going to look bottom side, nearly 3 wide. After 1 year leader, Jake Luark in 42. Pulaski in that 323, taking the 4th spot. 37 is Zimmerman. Sneaking up as we got one around the 5 of Koss. Around in 1 and 2. That'll bring out the caution. We'll re-rack and try again. We'll re-rack him and try it again behind your leader, Jake Luark in 42. Caleb Moen, Mason Hale, Jacob Zimmerman, Tyler Pulaski, Matty Hale, Brody Urbanski, and the 5 of Koss. Green in the air. Caleb Moen, that Ghost Energy Drink 88, trying to sneak underneath off the restart, has to back off. That's going to allow Pulaski to sneak up in there, but now back on the throttle, challenging Luark for top spot. Luark, the 42, getting the drive, is now the 37 of Zimmerman, all the way up to the 3rd spot. One way off the top, the 28 of Hale. Looking to see, can't tell if he landed on the wheels or not. Red flag conditions. We're going to take a look over there. Keep an eye on Mason Hale in 28. Good news. Looks like Mason did stay on the wheels. That's a positive. Word from track staff. Mason is okay. Shorts are a little bit dirtier, but we'll get them situated and get them back out of there. We'll try it again. Not quite sure how he managed to keep that thing on the wheels, but if you look over, the little bit of us that can see it landed and facing backwards, but stayed on all fours and relatively in one piece. So not a bad situation there for Mason, or at least not nearly as bad as it could have been. If you're watching Dirt Race Central, Carter firing up the replay there for you. Driver out of the car, moving around just fine. That's always what we're looking for immediately after something like that. Glad to see him land like that. We had an incident a couple of years ago with Joe Snow doing the same thing off of turn 1 that didn't land nearly as well. So always a little bit nerve-wracking to see that.
With the order ahead from Quick Trip, you can have all your Quick Trip favorites ready and waiting for you after today's race. Quick Trip, proud to support the 2024 race season here at Princeton.
Problem for the 5 of Koss, stalled over off of turn 2. Two laps complete. Unfortunately, that's all so far. It's kind of been a ratio for us, 2 laps and 2 cars, and my wife could just use words instead of pointing things at me from the other side of the booth. What would you like? Looks like we got that cast air 5 of Koss moving around again. Caution light still on. Brian's face looking about how I feel right now up here. Trying to get them all situated. Micro's just doing us a favor and getting all the kinks worked out in the heat races. Having a tough time getting that 28 removed down there. We know that. We're not mad at anybody. It's just hot in here. RJ says he's fine. He might be a few feet closer to the air conditioner and have a fan.
All kinds of fans in the stands here tonight enjoying the races. Brought to you by Blaze Credit Union, Erickson Asphalt, Dean's Heating and AC, PAW, that is Pre-Auction Wholesale, a division of MTH, which is Minnesota Truck Headquarters. Wetzler Builders, Northland Dirt, JPW, and Blaze Credit Union bringing you the victory lane. We'll talk about that a few times later tonight. West Metro Buick GMC, Quick Trip, Outdoor Bliss, Northwood Finishing, Second Generation Chimney, Crawford Equipment, Wagaman Brothers, D&N Trucking, the Pizza Pub. They're open after the races. They're open, I believe, till midnight. The kitchen might close at 11, but yep, cheers going out for Hale in the 28. Took a tough ride off of turn number 3. We'll manage how that car looks that good after that incident, but thankfully it does, and thankfully the driver is okay. So as we get ready to rack them up, we also want to thank the good folks at M&B Services, Gabe Garage Door, Wright Auto, Erdman Automation, Railside Mini Storage, Classic Consulting, and others bringing you the races and bringing the green flag out next time around. Brian Riedemann on the stand in his white flag tour.
Got the green flag in his hand right now, just about set to refire, giving the guys the sign behind your leader, the 42 of Luark, 88 of Mo, and 28 of Maddie Hale. Watched her brother take a scary ride there. Now she's got to try and keep the family in business. Five of Koss finding some momentum topside, picks up a couple spots on the refire. Caleb Moen, though, to the top spot. Now nearly 3 wide and contact down in 4. 5 of Koss, 323 of Polofsky around, and we are back under yellow. Micro Sprints having a tough time getting these going tonight, so we're just going to get all our stuff out of the way here in the heat races so we can have a flawless feature event. That's what I'm... You can't hear me knock on wood, but that might be a prayer or two.
We can tell you that the race action's brought to you by People Ready Staffing, Back 40, Madison Chittister with Gilliland Chevrolet, Septic Check, Plastisleeve, Shooter's Bar and Grill. The Junior Fan Club brought to you by Minuteman Press. I think you still got time to sign up for the Junior Fan Club, where the Junior Fan Club member will give away the trophy. No? Oh, we got the list. Oh, yeah, okay, I understand that. We got the list. We'll tell you in a little bit who you are. If you haven't signed up, sign up next week. Make sure you do it. Fan Club brought to you by Minuteman Press. Green flag. Getting ready. Here we go, Chris.
That hand square to your right there was also running the junior fan earlier. That's why we already have junior fans in hand. So got a little tag team work going on tonight. Everybody kind of bouncing around to some different places. That's the one beautiful part about RJ and I's job is we don't have to leave the same spot every week. So we know what we're doing. Everybody else switches roles. We stay on the same stools. Matter of fact, it is even the same stool. So, Green back in the air. Moen diving down nearly across the front of the 28X of Hale to take that top spot. Luart going to try a move now as the 37 of Zimmerman up into the third spot. Jacob Zimmerman, the driver from Pewaukee, Wisconsin, got the momentum into the second spot. Looking for more. Taking a look down bottom side on the 88 of Caleb Moen. Jacob coming home second 2 weeks ago with the Minnesota Micro Sprint Series with the World of Outlaws at Beaver Dam Raceway. And caution back out. 5 of Koss around, 28 of Hale involved again. Both cars able to refire, but good news. Now it's out of their system. 5 of Koss going to head pit side. Didn't get an official word from scoring, but I'm going to guess that's 2 cautions on the 5, so that will end his heat race. He'll get a chance to come back out, try in the main event. We do have a rule to help keep programs moving around or moving along. 2 cautions in any race that you're involved in. You cause both. You call it a night, or at least for that race, and you get to try again later. See Mark Anderson with Mark Anderson Images down there in the infield hanging out with us again tonight. Mark in that blaze orange, standing down. That's not orange. In the neon green. This is how bad my notes are going for me tonight, RJ. I even wrote that down. Might be time for another water bottle here pretty soon. Probably. RJ says I need new glasses. I might need to just get glasses. I am getting old. That too. Back to green we go for the 88 of Moen on the gas. Zimmerman, the 37, again going to look bottom side. Can't quite get the momentum to stick. Back to the bottom again as Moen nearly off the top side in the 88, but riding right up on that lip. Zimmerman going to try to follow up top side, but Luark taking a look low in 42. White flag going to come out this time. Zimmerman takes a look to the bottom. Moen got the run, stretches it out to about 10 car lengths. Down the back straightaway, checking out. Your leader in the 88. Checker's going to fly this time off of 4, mercifully for Caleb Moen in 88. Jacob Zimmerman, Jake Luark, Tyler Pulaski, Brody Urbanski going to round it out. Tough one for the micro sprints, but we got through her. And we're set to try it again. RJ going to bring you 2 heats of street stock action with half the state of Wisconsin over here hanging out with us tonight. Micros got a few of their own. We got a bunch of visitors from all over Minnesota, Wisconsin. Looks like the